This was my dad. We called him Nicky.
Mi nombre es Mitonio José Rodríguez. Nací en Utuado, el 1-3-49.
This was the last footage I shot of my dad. I was interviewing him, telling his story so that I could use the content to convert it into a script. My dad lived out of the back of his auto parts store. He converted his garage into a makeshift apartment. He became a recluse and went into isolation. He said the worst thing to ever happen to him was falling in love.
When you're taking something very, very special away from a lot of people.
The family of Migdonio Rodriguez is mourning his loss and struggling with the way he was taken. The 54-year-old native of Puerto Rico was shot multiple times in his apartment behind the auto shop that he had run from the intersection of 2nd and Diamond for 25 years. Nephew Alfredo Gonzalez knew something was wrong when the shop wasn't open as it usually is this morning.
You know, the gate was closed, so I was like, something is wrong because he hasn't opened or anything, and it was 10 o'clock.
Although the apartment was relatively intact, Rodriguez is safe and the cash earnings from the day before are missing. The family says Rodriguez might have appeared vulnerable because he had lost his leg about 6 months ago to a blood infection. But everyone knew Mickey and that he dedicated himself to keeping his business going. And the only comfort now is seeing that justice is served.
We're asking you sincerely, if you know anything, to please come forward. And we're a big family and we're not going to go away easy. You know, there's a God that sees everything.
And whoever you are out there, yeah, give yourself up. Did the wrong thing. You hurt a lot of people by doing what you did. And you ain't had to do it that way. Whatever you wanted, you could have took it. But you ain't had to take my uncle away from us.
Though robberies committed by drug-hungry criminals are sadly commonplace here, police are looking at all the possibilities. Lieutenant Joe Malm is leading the investigation.
There's a possibility that the motive is robbery, and that's one of the things we're looking at. We're still early in the investigation, so it's really too soon to tell for sure.
We never found out who killed him. That's the story of the Badland that keeps repeating itself. My dad's murder sent a surge of rage through me that sent me hell-bent on a quest for revenge. And come what may, I was gonna revenge my father. I've killed 2 people in my life. The first one, I had him meet me here, and then I shot him in his car, and then we took his car and crushed it and shredded it into scrap metal. This is Pat. He owns the junkyard. I called him super early in the morning so that he can help me dispose of another dead body. But when he comes across my car in the middle of the driveway, he must assume I fell asleep waiting for him.
No parking, we're open! What the fuck?
Instead, he finds me all shot up like Swiss cheese. I always had a sort of knowing I wasn't going to live long enough to grow old. It's true what they say about history repeating itself. Exactly what happened to my dad has happened to me. We've been both shot, left for dead, and nobody heard anything and nobody knows anything. Sadly, that seems to be the common theme in the Badlands. This is my cousin Louis. Louis took care of all the funeral arrangements.
You guys be inside yet? Yes, I just came out. They don't let anybody inside till you get here. They're waiting for you.
Someone actually called in and made a bomb threat, so Louis gave strict orders not to let anyone in till he gets there. First my dad was murdered, that took a huge toll on him, and now he has to bury me. I worked for Louis. I used to collect money. My dad and Louis, they started running numbers over 20 years ago. They would collect an average of $25,000 a week, so people knew that we were always moving money. In the world that I lived in, I didn't like carrying or using a gun, so I learned Gracie Jiu-Jitsu to know how to disarm anyone with a weapon. Louis would come over every morning to drill all the techniques. These techniques have saved my life many a times out on the street. Louis knows, he's been there for many of those situations. Me and Louis, we had a really special bond. We were more than just cousins. We were like each other's best friends, partners, and our closest confidant. We always watched each other's backs. It was us against the world.
That's enough techniques for today. Next time, I'll teach you the right.
But in the end, not even Jiu-Jitsu or Louis could save my life. He knew this was coming sooner or later, but it's still hard for him to say goodbye. This is the crew from the bar. They're more family to me than my own. Like Gucci. She was one of my dad's little side chicks who was more like a mom to me than my own. Ornery old barfly, she would defend me against my dad. She really loved me. Palma de man. Louis owned this bar, and I was the bouncer. I kept the drug dealers out of the bar and away from the corner.
Joyce? Yep. You didn't make shit. Go ahead, sure.
What'd you do last night? Went out.
These two were sidekicks that we kept at the bar. I didn't have to go looking for trouble. It came to me. Like this guy, Jose. He's been plotting on the bar to push his blow.
I'm
fine.
And who's paging you, man? Oh my God, you look so good, baby. Man. And he ain't with anybody?
Yeah, we're here with somebody.
Yeah? Y'all don't mind if I have a drink with y'all?
We're here with somebody.
Don't worry about that. I'm here, baby.
I'm saying, nigga, get y'all, can you go get JR, please?
What you looking at? Oh, so you're a stuck-up bitch?
No, nigga, I'm not a stuck-up bitch. Get the fuck out my face. Yo, JR, come check this nigga for real now.
Who the fuck is JR?
JR, can you come check this motherfucker?
JR, come out here. We're having a little problem back here.
He's real ballsy because he worked for my brother Marcus.
Come here. Who the fuck is JR?
JR, can you come over here and check this motherfucker? Yo, JR, this nigga right here is just be touching my hair. I pulled his hand and, yeah, me, I called you. You'll take care of him for real.
What's your problem? You got a problem with my girls here? No, these your girls? Yeah, they my girls. You got a problem with that? No, I don't have one. You want one? What, you want to make something of it? Come on, let's go, motherfucker. Let's go. Come on. What's up? Come on.
JR, fuck him up. JR, you better fuck him up. That's right, JR. Fuck this nigga. Oh, I want to fuck his JR.
My crew, they loved that shit. I was their hero. I stuck up for them, and I didn't take shit from anyone. That day, he learned I'm the motherfucker that will break your arm and toss you out in the street. They should have called me Prime Time, because I love to put on a show. I never missed an opportunity to be the hero. I was the bully of the bullies. I was a bad motherfucker, just like my dad. Yeah, maybe too much like my dad.
Con dinero
This is my wife, Kathy. She finally got a chance to wear her favorite red dress. The worst thing to ever happen to me was falling in love with this fucking bitch. When we first met, she started telling me lies about her stepfather, how he was forcing himself on her and having sexual relationships with her. My wife would do stupid shit like dancing all half naked with the blinds open and the music blasting. She loved to piss me off. She knew that we came home around this time every day. And what does she do? She blasts the music, act like she don't know we're standing there. I love her, but I don't fucking trust her. That's why she can't have no friends, she can't go nowhere. I literally have her locked with deadbolt. She was a super freak. She loved to tease. I guess that's what I loved about her. But we had like this love-hate relationship. Like right now, I'm locking her in the room. That's the way I had to keep this bitch. See, we share a little secret. After she told me about her stepfather, I naturally, being the hero that I am, we ran off together. And he came looking for her. And that's when I invited him to meet me at the junkyard. And I made him disappear. Louis the only other person who knows.
I don't let her go no fucking place. Look at that shit.
Louis racking his brain trying to figure out who could have murdered me. I mean, I made so many enemies. I know Louis, he ain't gonna let it go. He's gonna start cracking some skulls and making people talk until he finds out who shot J.R. Adam and Macho worked at the police department. They were keeping us informed on my dad's murder investigation. Turns out the same weapon that was used on my dad was used on me.
What's up, Macho? I'm sorry to hear what happened to JR, man.
Sooner or later, somebody gonna do it. He been doing a lot of shit in the street.
I'm gonna find out.
I was accusing my stepbrother Marcus of my dad's murder. So I made enemies with parts of my stepbrother's side of his family and his friends. Like Mafia. He's another associate of Marcus. They call him Mafia because he used to be a hitman for the Philadelphia crime family. Louis remembers when we drove past his house. Asshole had his Jeep parked in the middle of the street. I'm the type of person that doesn't have patience for that kind of shit.
Now. No, wait a minute. Oh,
my attitude is fuck you, move it.
God damn it, wait a fucking minute, damn it.
Here we go.
Check this motherfucker out, man.
It's the clash of the egos. I thought to myself, what's he gonna do? Shoot me in broad daylight? Plus, I know Louis strapped.
You got parking right there. You got parking right here. If you're gonna be a fucking long time inside, park the fucking Jeep, okay? Don't be telling me to wait a fucking minute, alright? Shit. You wanna park the fucking truck? You park it yourself.
I was gonna take off with his Jeep until I felt the gun in my back. This crazy motherfucker just pulled a gun on me in broad daylight. Even his neighbor's son is standing there witnessing everything.
You a tough guy with a gun, huh? You better believe it. Well. Drop the fucking gun.
That was the closest I ever been to being shot. All I wanted in that second was to grab the gun. I was so freaked out, I forgot to finish breaking his arm. I love saying badass shit like that.
What's up? It's okay, you got that one. You don't know who you're fucking around, Papa. You got that.
I was out of control. I was a loose cannon. And Louis was so fed up, he never rode with me again after that day.
Yo, you gotta stop doing that shit. You're gonna have yourself killed one of these days.
Fuck that pussy.
Yeah, but you're gonna get, yourself killed.
We all gotta die one day.
Yeah, but not like that.
Poor Louis, he couldn't stop me from my self-imposed death wish I was on.
Fuck it. You got who killed JR in his car?
His brazen disrespect let Louis know that Mafia must have called the bomb threat into the funeral home.
Don't worry about it. I know where this motherfucker lives. Where he live at?
Rumor has it that Mafia was bragging about having a contract out on my life. But with who? That's what he was going to find out. Now it's Louis who's on the death wish to get some revenge.
Where the fuck you going? How you think I like staying in here? I'm tired of being a fucking, I'm tired of you fucking drinking. I'm tired of you doing blow. Who the fuck you think you are, huh? I don't give a fuck. All their numbers of all their bitches. Who the fuck you think you are? Then fuck that shit. You want your fucking keys? You want your fucking keys? Take your fucking keys. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Get your keys and get the fuck out. Get your keys. Get the fuck out of my house, and when you come the fuck back, your shit is gonna be packed. You hear me, motherfucker? Thank you. Get the fuck out.
Louis is a smooth killer. He don't fuck around. He cracked him good for disrespecting him. Louis knows how to take command of the room, just like I trained him.
What the fuck?
Please don't kill him. Please don't kill him. You already heard him.
You better shut the fuck up.
Stupid bitch was just kicking him out. Now she's begging to spare his life.
Ho. Baby, shut up, please. Shut up. No. I heard that you got a contract on JR.
Not me, bro. You got everything fucking wrong. Hold it.
Now it's time to make him talk.
Babe, tell him the truth, babe. Babe, tell him Benny did it. And that's it. Just tell him Benny did it, babe. Please.
You think he's gonna let you walk away?
She just spilled the beans.
Tell him you don't got nothing to do with it. Benny did it.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Kill
Yo, wait a minute. Shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. Who's Benny?
Babe, don't say anything.
You can find Benny in Front Street and
Babe, shut the
That's where you can find Benny.
babe. Do you think that this guy gonna let you walk away?
He's gonna kill you. You should talk. Tell him that you know.
And he's gonna kill you if you
Tell
talk.
him that Benny did it.
No. You shut the fuck up. And you.
Don't do it, babe.
You gotta be telling me the truth, alright?
I'm telling you the truth. Look, they had a contract together and they didn't get to do anything. But Benny knows who did it. I swear to you, Benny knows who did it, and he don't want to say shit about it. But he didn't do it. I swear to God, he didn't do it. You can find Benny at the pawn shop in Front Street. That's where he works at. And he don't want to say nothing. He don't want to say nothing.
I'm not gonna see Benny. If Benny don't got nothing to do with this, I'll be back. And you, she better be telling me the truth. If not, you both dead.
Oh, God,
Hey,
babe.
I'm telling you the truth.
Babe, you fucked up. You
Babe, I'm
fucked
sorry.
up.
I'm sorry, but he was gonna kill you. He was gonna kill you.
You fucked up,
He was
babe.
gonna...
This pussy's whoop. Wannabe big shot motherfucker seemed to tell his bitch all his business.
Oh,
Hey, I'm
babe.
sorry. I'm sorry,
Get
but
out of my
he was
face.
gonna kill you. I'm sorry.
Babe,
I'm
what?
sorry. He was gonna kill you. I'm
And what
sorry.
do you think that
I
Benny
said you
gonna
should've
do?
just told
What
him.
the fuck you think Benny gonna do?
Benny was a
What you
professional
gonna do?
boxer
we
turned
just leave.
wannabe cop with connections in law enforcement. He's the owner of the pawn shop and also provides a shady security service for Front Street. Louis is a true gangster. He detailed my car and he's been driving it around. And now he's pulling up to confront Benny about my murder. Benny and Marcus bought the pawn shop together so that they could legitimately rip people off. He grew up best friends with my brother Marcus.
Can I help you, sir?
I wanna know who's Benny.
Just a second. Benny!
Who?
I'm Benny. What's up?
Yeah, I wanna talk to you, but with nobody around. Can you step outside?
Yeah, we can step outside.
Benny is very well connected and he'll do anything for money.
Well, who you think you are coming to my place looking for me if I don't even know you?
Because I heard that you know who shot my cousin JR and killed him. And you're gonna tell me right now.
Oh, wait a second. First of all, your cousin JR killed my best friend Marcus.
Louis wasn't surprised to hear I killed Marcus.
Well, yeah. I know who did it. But I ain't gonna tell you. If you wanna know, Go and ask JR's wife.
Now that he wasn't expecting. One day I came home and she was gone. She took off with her radio and her CDs. I went crazy trying to find her. After Louis paid Benny, he knew exactly where to come find her. Needless to say, she was pretty shocked. She knew Benny threw her under the bus.
Get inside, I want to talk to you.
Hi.
I mean, it's only been a few days since my funeral, and this whore's already out there dancing and fucking for money.
First, I want you to tell you, I know my cousin don't treat you right, but I don't like the way you're showing, viewing in the red dress.
You know, JR was always treating me bad. You should know, because you're the only person he brought to the house. I didn't have a life.
I heard from Benny that you know who shot JR, and I want to know what Marcus got to do with this.
I was trying to start a new life with Marcus. One day, Marcus picked me up from work, and I guess he followed us.
Of all people, she runs off with my stepbrother Marcus. And my brother, he's loving it. I heard he was pimping her out, tricking her. They were shooting porno movies. But as long as I'm looking for her, she'll never have peace. It turns out this stupid bitch gave Marcus some information that she overheard me and Louis talking about. My dad had sold a bunch of houses and he was sitting on about $250,000 literally under his mattress. And I was criticizing him for it. This bitch must have ran and gave this information to my brother. I don't think the intention was to kill my father, but when the robbery went bad, it ended bad. Now, all of a sudden, after my father's murder, he has money for a studio. He has money for a brand new Suburban. Where the fuck did all this come from? That's why I believe he had something to do with my father's murder. I bet she's still waiting for her cut. If I know my brother, she ain't ever getting that. And now, they share a little secret. So he's definitely not going to let her out of his sight. She got out from under my thumb. Now she's under his.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I just got a bad feeling. I'm nervous.
Huh? You nervous?
Yeah.
About what?
He's been going to my mom's house and my brother's house. He's been just interrogating my family. He's trying to find me, and I don't know what to do.
She knows what she's doing. Manipulating bitch.
He ain't gonna do shit. That nigga ain't found you yet. Since you been with me, forget about it.
I know he hasn't found me yet, but one day he's gonna find me.
He ain't gonna find you. I ain't even worried about that nigga. Me and Benny, we got it down. That nigga's gonna be done.
Yeah, but one day I'm gonna be alone, and what am I gonna do then?
Look, hey, you by yourself, put this motherfucker in your pocket, bro.
What am I gonna do with this?
You shoot that nigga. And you keep on shooting. You hear me?
Yeah.
Fuck that. You shoot it. Go ahead, just put it in your purse. Put it away. You better be safe than sorry.
Why would she leave the door unlocked?
I never thought I would have to carry a gun just to protect myself. I don't even know what it's coming to. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
Look, you ain't gotta worry about JR. I got that nigga. Me and Benny got something planned up for him. I got a contract out on him. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta worry about him. Why are you looking at me like that? You wanted protection. Now you got it.
But I didn't want you to kill him. I just want to live my life.
Don't worry about it. He's as good as gone.
That was the same thing she said to me after I told her I killed her stepfather.
What the fuck is this?
My brother looks shocked. He's wondering how the fuck did I get in. He made the fatal mistake of trusting this fucking bitch was gonna lock the door behind him. This is revenge. I know he has something to do with my dad's murder. And this dumb bitch, she opened the opportunity. I'm pretty sure she was hoping we'd kill each other, but it didn't quite work out that way. Now we share 2 secrets, and that's 2 secrets too many. So it's time to take her down to the tracks where I took her stepfather and make her disappear.
La luna me dice una cosa, las estrellas me dicen otra.
Please.
La luz del día me canta esta triste canción. Esta triste canción. Los besos que me diste, mi amor, son los que me están matando. Ya mis lágrimas se están secando.
If you don't shut up right now, I swear I'll shoot you right
Corazón, y aquí siempre paso la vida.
Shut up!
Con la pistola y el corazón.
I broke my first rule. If you pull out a gun, don't hesitate to pull the trigger.
Thought I wasn't gonna find you, huh? What's this, huh? This what the fuck you like, you fucking whore, huh? Huh? This what the fuck you like, huh?
Why do you keep doing this to me? Why don't you just leave me alone?
But I was so mad at her. I didn't want to just kill her. I wanted to torture her. I wanted to make her suffer like she made me suffer.
Thought I wasn't gonna find you?
I mean, when I think about all the guys that she's fucked and all the dicks that she's fucking sucked, it just fucking drives me fucking nuts. I just go fucking nuts. Oh! That was the first time she ever hit me.
Fucking bitch! You fucking
I can't believe it. This dumb bitch shot me. The least expected person. Well, it's like they say, what goes around, comes around.
Hey, Benny, come pick me up, please. All right, bye.
Surely Louis can understand that she acted in self-defense. She had to do it.
So you see, I didn't have a choice.
I believe you did what you have to do. I'm not gonna tell nobody. I just needed to know for myself. Don't worry, let me take you home.
Check out how she's reaching for her gun. Well, he kept his word. He didn't tell anyone, but he got his revenge. She thought her little victim role was going to work on Louis, but she was sadly mistaken. He made sure to bury her in her favorite red dress. I was a fool